Hi, I'm Josh Ellsworth with Stahls TV, and I'd like to give you some tips for heat printing heat-sensitive items. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, if you're only decorating one item or a small quantity of items, the first thing I recommend doing is testing a small, inconspicuous area of the garment. So there's no reason to load this whole garment on here and print your first transfer and then find out that it's heat sensitive and it won't work. Order one of the item in, or if the customer brings it in, take a small area of the garment and start to log your settings on your heat press. Start low on the heat press settings. Put a small area on the press and use the appropriate cover sheet that you're going to use for the job, if in fact you're going to use a cover sheet, and begin to heat print the area at the time, temperature, and pressure required. Checking the area against the other parts of the garment to making sure it's not reacting to the heat. Of course, you want to set your heat press for the settings for the heat transfer product that you're using. That's time, temperature, and pressure to do the testing. Once it proves that it can take the heat, feel free to run your job without an issue. Number 2 is if you're doing a large run of items, or if you're looking for a garment that you just want to offer with all the print techniques that are available in your business or in your shop, then I recommend ordering one of the item in the particular color that you want to offer it in, and actually sacrificing one complete garment, trimming it up into strips to begin the test application. So in this case, we ordered this Sport Tech hoodie from Sanmar. We trimmed it up into strips so we can test different heat press settings throughout. So what I'll do is I trimmed one garment up. We'll drape the fabric off of the edge of the heater. In this case, we'll cover this one with a craft paper, and we'll test the application. After the application completes, test your fabric. Be sure to record all your settings with a Sharpie marker and store these so you know what heat transfer products you can use across this SKU in your shop. And the last tip I want to give you, there's going to be times when you find an item that's just very heat sensitive and will not print. And in that case, I would tell you to try a different color in the item. For instance, if you want to offer this Port Authority shirt, but you're finding that the black always leaves a heat press mark, darker colors tend to show a heat press mark better than lighter colors, I would recommend trying to source this black garment in another neutral. For instance, a very popular neutral right now is a shade like heather gray. So instead of black in your performance heat sensitive fabrics, offer heather gray as a neutral shade and you'll limit the risk for leaving a heat press mark.